Good day, everyone. It's my great pleasure to welcome you to another Women Empowered in Business series brought to you by Boost, Sanusha's virtual incubator and accelerator program. My name is Dinesh Daswani. I'm actually stepping in for one of our female co-hosts that will not be able to make it today. This panel is part of the Global Entrepreneurship Week, which is a world celebration of entrepreneurship. This year's celebration started on Monday, November 8th, and will conclude on Sunday, November 14th this year. GEW, or better known as Global Entrepreneurship Week, will inspire people around the world through local, regional, and international activities like this one, designed to help and explore the potential as self-starters and build on their entrepreneurial spirit. Today's panel theme will focus on entrepreneurship in our communities. In the last year, during these challenging times during COVID, we've seen many empowered solution women make great efforts to establish and grow their business and create opportunities for economic sustainability, both for themselves and for our economy. With us right now on our panel are three wonderful women who will be sharing their stories, speaking about their journey and what impacts their entrepreneurial spirit has on their communities. So today we have our three panelists on Zoom. I will start with Ms. Lisa Jawahir, Managing Director of Edge Marketing. Welcome, Lisa. And first of all, please tell us what community you're from and what is your business about.
Thank you so much, Dinesh. Thank you so much, St. Lucia, for tuning in to this very important program. I'm really happy to be here and share my views on women in business in various communities. My name is Lisa Jawahir, as Mr. Daswani introduced me earlier, and I'm from the lovely, lovely community of Forestier, way up in the hills. One of the most beautiful, if not most beautiful community that I know. I'm the Managing Director of Edge Marketing. I have been working in the marketing and communications industry for a little over 15 years. I know I look very young, but it has been quite a journey and a very interesting one as that. In the time that I decided to embark on this journey, there were not many young people like myself very interested in this opportunity or in this arena. But over the years, we have seen that more persons are very interested in learning how to market their businesses effectively. So Edge Marketing is a full service marketing and communications agency. We do everything from marketing, communications, productions, events, whatever you need, whatever idea that you have, and you have an issue with communicating it to a particular audience, we're here to help. So again, thank you so much, and I'm very happy to be here.
All right, thank you, Ms. Jawahir. We're going to move on to Siobhan Antoli. Hope I pronounced that correctly. So you are the founder of SheVTQ. I hope I pronounced that as well properly. But please tell us what community you are from and what SheVTQ is about.
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me. Thank you, St. Lucia, for tuning in, and good afternoon to everyone on the panel. My name is Siobhan Anatol, and the name of my business is Chevy Q. I am a Guyanese by birth. I migrated here over 20 years with my dad. We settled in Leclerc for a little while. I love that place, but then I love Babonneau more. So I moved to Babonneau, in the Babonneau area, about more than 5 years now. And I'm in the Babonneau proper area. I used to be in the Gara area, but now I've moved closer to the front. I just love that place. It's just so beautiful. And you don't have to go to the States to feel the cool. You just get it right there. To tell you about Chevy Q is an Asian West Indian type of business. We do spices, we do chutneys, and they're actually like sorry, let me start over. We do chutney, spices, and pickles. That's what we do. And why I choose that type of business is because what I've noticed in St. Lucia is that we have so much fruits and vegetables, more so the fruits. But during that season, the fruits are just being thrown away. And from experience and from my culture as a Guyanese, we use these fruits to make pickles. We use it to make spices. So why not bring that culture and that tradition to the St. Lucian community? So hence the reason why I've decided to start this business.
Thank you, Ms. Anthony. And next, we will move to Ms. Marla Poyot. With her business, she is the founder of K&M Farms. So thank you, Marla, for joining us. And what community are you from? And tell us about K&M Farms.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Marla Poyot. Thank you for having me. And thank all those that tune in. I'm the founder of K&M's Farm. I'm originally from the village of Dennery, but I'm resided in Belmont Dennery for the past 7 years. And being in Dennery, that's a lovely community. When I started K&M's Farm, it was just like hearing the people in the community complain about they're not getting ground provisions. So by hearing that, so I say, because I'm somebody, by the time I hear something, I always pick it up fast and make it into a business. So I decided that, okay, they're not getting that. So I have a piece of land where I can turn it to a farm and then turn it to a business. So I go ahead with that. And what we usually do at K&M's Farm, we produce more ground provisions like Jamaican yellow yam, Jamaican white yam, shoe and kush kush. That's what we really do there. So we sell to the people in the community and people out of the community.
Thank you, Ms. Poyot. So I'm going to go to the first question. I think Ms. Anthony and Ms. Poyot answered the first question already. So I'm going to go to you, Lisa. Why did you start your business?
Okay, so I love interacting with people, and I did marketing as one of my subjects at the South Louis Community College when I attended 100 years ago. But even whilst I was in that marketing class, I remember my teacher being Mr. Ephraim. I was always late for his class, but I always ensured that I did my work. And I fell in love with just the idea of taking a product or a service and being able to communicate that, being able to market that. But, okay, so I landed my first internship at CFL. I assisted the marketing manager and her team. We prepared gondola ends. We were involved in promotions and advertising, and I was just blown away. I really wanted to get into that industry. Fast forward, I ended up working with government and then landed a job with the bank. I started off as a teller there. Now, even as a teller and interacting with customers, a lot of them would tell you, Miss, things so hard these days, and I have a business I'm running for 5 years, and I don't even know, and people feel like they don't know, what it is that I'm doing. And I was like, there's an idea. Let me do something about that. So I quit my job at the bank, having no idea where I was going to work. And if you ask my parents now, they'd probably think I have no idea what she's thinking. But I quit my job at the time. I worked in marketing. I worked in events. I moved on to Diamonds International. Capella Resorts was opening. And I said, I want to do this for myself. I started to network. I joined the LinkedIn social media platform. And it was there that I connected with a lot of people. And one individual gave me a shot to work for their organization. And then it was through word of mouth. She's really good. She's good at this. You should hire her. And that's how it happened. Fast forward, I moved to the US. I studied master's in strategic communication, and I'm back in St. Lucia. I have taken another path, not that I have abandoned my marketing passion, because that is still happening. I'm very involved in community work and, just community service. But at the same time, with Edge Marketing, I'm able to, share those ideas, help young businesses, help small businesses in the community that really could not on their own afford a marketer. They couldn't afford to manage their social media profiles. And that is why you see a lot of those social media businesses pop up, especially during COVID-19, because people realized I need to do something about that. I cannot have direct interaction with customers, but I need to be able to sell and market to them. So we really helped a lot of small businesses, especially during COVID. And in my community, in the constituency of Castries Southeast, in Grosile, and anybody that we really come across, we try to help as much as possible. So we do a lot as it relates to supporting communities, but I think, Dinesh, I know you have a few questions about that coming soon, so I'll just pause for now.
So you answered the second question already, so perfect. So I'll go to Ms. Anthony. In terms of what Lisa was talking about, has your business helped your community? You say you're in the community of Babonneau. What has your business done in the community of Babonneau to help the community of Babonneau?
Thank you. Again, as I've mentioned, the product that Chevy Q has is spices and chutneys and pickles. So not everybody you can give pickles to eat. And how far can pickles take you? So what do is that we use the profit from the business to give back into the community. And we intend to add more families to it. But currently what we do, there's one family that the business assists, and he suffered from COPD. And because of that, you find that he has to go to the hospital on a regular basis for checkups. So, and it will cost him money, not just for transportation or, but also for him to be carried sometimes. And every time you call a taxi, it will be $50, $60, $70. So what we have embarked upon is to provide transportation for him until he extinguished, God forbid, but we will be doing that. We have pledged to do that. There is one other family in the Babonneau area. Because of COVID-19, it has really taken away a lot from a lot of families. And there is one family that we have identified. This young lady, she has 4 children and one more on the way. And we have pledged to, effective from the month of November, to provide for her hampers on a monthly basis for a period of about 6 months. When that time is over, we will decide, depends on our profit margin, how long more we can go, who more we can add to it. But our intention is to give back more into the community and to help the people into the community, and we're not going to stop there. As we grow, the total amount of people that we intend to help is going to grow.
That's great. That's great to hear, Ms. Antoine. I'm also going to just, for those that are tuning in, this is the Women Empowered in Business series, and we're talking about women in our communities and their influence of their businesses in our communities. And this is part of the Global Entrepreneurship Week, which happens every year between first or second week of November. This year it is November 8th to the 14th. I'm going to go to you, Miss Marla Poyat. Yes, Marla. So what has your business done to help your community? You said you were in Auger, so in Vieux-Fort. Can you just remind me of where your community is?
No, I am from, my community is Belmont-Denay-Rivière.
Belmont, okay. So are you is your business in Belmont?
My business is in, they call them Balata Madam, but it's part of Denay-Rivière.
Okay. So has your business helped that community?
Well, my business have helped the community by giving back to one, there is a mother of 5 in my community. We give, we just give ground provision to her, just a minute. We give ground provision to her for it to last 2 weeks. So she can provide, she can do provide for her kids. After the 2 weeks, when the ground provision is done, we come together and we give her another set for another 2 weeks. And also we help some of the farmers in the community by giving them plants to plant on the farm so they can take their farm to another level. Because I always believe, like, even though I have two set of plants, it's always wise for you to give away one, because we are farmers, we can grow together. So that's why, but whilst my business grow, I want to help more people in the community because I have a passion in helping.
That's great to hear. I mean, it's good to hear all these stories about how you women have helped the communities. Lisa, I'm going to come to you. Part of marketing basically is the use of a lot of technology to reach our audience, to reach our target markets. How has your business helped other businesses with the use of technology in the communities?
Well, no thanks, but still thanks to COVID, we have been able to interact with clients almost 100%. We have been able to help some clients figure out how to use the internet first and foremost, because there are some organizations or some people who really don't know how to maneuver those systems. And in as much as social media exists, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whichever platforms that you prefer using in St. Lucia, a lot of businesses might think that it is simply about, taking a photo and just saying what this is, not realizing how much strategic communication needs to go into that. The thought process of, why am I doing this? Who exactly do I want to target? Why do I want to target that particular group? Maybe it's because of the level of income. Maybe it's because that I'm satisfying a particular need or a particular want. So I'm going to be able to provide a particular service that will impact that particular target group. So there's a lot that really goes into it. So we've had social media training where some companies would hire us to manage their social media on a monthly basis. And some will tell you, okay, well, we want to have an in-house marketing person, but we need you to come on to help train those persons. And we've been able to do this, maybe 99% of the time online, especially due to COVID. Now, of course, many businesses would have seen a decline in revenue during 2020. But at this point, Dinesh, we're really seeing an increase in activity where persons are ready to just move back to how things were, or just move past what is happening with COVID. Or even if you prefer saying, how can we coexist with COVID? And people are really very interested in putting their items and their services back on the market. So we have been able to offer a number of trainings online. We are conducting a few webinars. We have a few coming soon that you will hear a lot about. Some of which include women participation. So I'll be sure to share that with you, Dinesh, so you can let other people know. But generally with a company like ours, fortunately, we are able to service our clients online almost 100% of the time.
That is great, especially during our times where we have to use all of the virtual connects to reach our clientele. Ms. Anthony, I'm going to come to you. How have you used technology in sharing your product with your clients? And can you tell us more about what has been the change over the last 2 years during COVID?
Okay, as Ms. Jarvie has said, COVID has its pros and its cons, but more pros. It has helped the company, the business, and every person that partake in running the business to educate themselves more about the internet. We use WhatsApp. At first, we used to use just WhatsApp, and you have WhatsApp broadcasts, but you didn't know that you could have used WhatsApp to actually advertise your business. So this was something when COVID came, we had to get on the bandwagon and said, hey, you can actually use WhatsApp to do this. So let's do this. So one way we reach out to our customers is through the WhatsApp business. We do broadcasts and we do advertising as well. Before the COVID, there was a one-on-one. We could have done outreach and samples, but now it's not really possible because of the protocols that are in place. So how are we using technology? Facebook, Instagram, we try to get that page as busy as possible. Our website is in progress at the moment. But for now, we're just using the Facebook and we're using Instagram to try and reach our people on a daily basis.
Okay, great. Two great technologies to be used, especially in small businesses. Coming to you, Ms. Poyot, the same question. How do you use technology in your daily business activities?
Well, I do use technology in my daily business by WhatsApp. By WhatsApp, I'm getting in contact with my customers, and by Facebook, advertising my products so they can know what I have. So, and leave my contact there. So if anyone interested, they can call. But I use WhatsApp for most of the people that in the community and out of the community, so I can get in touch with them, and if they see anything they like, they can get back to me and tell me what they like.
So you just only mostly use WhatsApp. Is there any other technology that you use apart from WhatsApp?
I do use Facebook to advertise the products.
Perfect. Yeah, I just want to make sure you get that in there. So the next question I have for you, and I'll start with you right away, Ms. Poyot. What's next in your business? What's the next thing you're planning to do in the community? And what do you see yourself happening? What do you see with K&M Farms in the next 3 years?
Well, what I really see the next steps for the community to do for the community, as I in the Academy for Women Entrepreneur, right now we working on a project to develop in our community for the people in the community, especially for the people that there are some people that not really familiar with technology. So we'll be putting a program in the community so to help them out, to show them how to use a computer, to show them how to do different things on a computer. But that's the project we're really working on for now.
Okay, great. Ms. Siobhan Anthony, I'm going to come to you right now. What's next for your business, and what's the next steps, and how do you involve the community in your next steps?
As Ms. Wyatt was saying, we are all a part of the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs Network. And myself, Ms. Poyot, and we have another member. Her name is Tammy Frederick. She is the manager of Webmaster Design Studios. And one of the needs that we notice that is familiar in the areas that we are living is that the COVID-19 has caused a lot of young people to lose their jobs. And because it has caused them to lose jobs, some of them have ideas and they decide to open their own business. However, they do not know how to use digital technology to take the business to the next level. So our project, what we have decided to do, what we have embarked upon, and we are from 3 different communities, what we've decided to embark upon is to have workshop that will teach young people between the ages of 16 to 26 to use digital technology to enhance their business and to move forward, because we are in that age. The COVID-19 virus has bring us to that age. So whether if you like it or not, you have to use a computer. And some of us, we have the ideas. Well, we only know how to use a smartphone. We do not know how to sorry, Ms. Jari, but just to expose a little, we don't even know how to use Canva so that we can create our own flyers, or we can create our own little our own little business cards or our own little ads to place on WhatsApp. So you find that all the young people know, or most of us, I say us because I've been there, all I know is to use your WhatsApp, and then you send broadcasts, and hey, I'm selling this and I'm selling that. But with the digital technology, you can do a whole lot of things to help yourself. And through the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs, it has helped us as a group, these 3 women, to realize and to bring this need. So we intend to bring this project on board by December of 2020. It's in progress right now. It's a work in progress, but we intend to bring it to light by December. Thank you.
That's a great job that the Academy of Women Entrepreneurs that is helping women in St. Lucia to get that technology and get to use of that technology. It's also available on our website at booststlucia.com. There's always tools that's called the eFutures campaign, which you can learn about tools like Canva, like Facebook, like Instagram, like WhatsApp to use to help your business. So it's good to see many of these development organizations taking on that role and helping them, even in the personal, not even also in the virtual world, but in the physical world. I'm going to come to you, Lisa, and ask you the question that I asked both of them. I'm sure you use technology in your community, but what's the next steps for your company, Edge Marketing?
Well, Dinesh, I'm smiling, and Miss Anatole, you didn't really put me on the spot, but I am with this 100%, and Miss Poyet also spoke about it. And I spoke about it in your previous question. I'm really happy to hear that women have been able to launch their businesses, been able to be successful, and still think about giving back. And just hearing that these ladies are interested in hosting workshops to teach our women how to do those various things. I mean, that is just so important. And I believe everybody, in any way that they possibly can, need to think about, that future generation. How do we train our young people? So with Edge Marketing, for a few years now, we've had interns every year coming straight from SARTA, and they get that sort of on-hand work experience. Now, one thing that you hear a lot is that young people are very nervous because I don't have any work experience, nobody wants to hire me. And that is why we have gone that route, to give them that sort of experience as interns. We want to continue doing this. I know things are really virtual with the college right now. And even as I said earlier, having those webinars, having those seminars that you will hear about very soon with our women, to teach them those little things that, yes, you might not be able to hire a full-time accountant, but how do you get your accounts done? We're going to have webinars that will talk about financial literacy. Yes, you might not be able to hire Edge Marketing immediately, but how can you go on Canva, like Ms. Anatole was saying, and just do a basic graphic to help sustain for now until you can get an adequate supply of customers and be able to hire a professional when the time is right. So key for us, Dinesh, is to really branch out and help as many persons share the knowledge that we have acquired. And of course, at some point, before COVID, we did have a few regional clients, but at some point we'd look to expand again. But for now, we really are focusing on those webinars and really helping some of those businesses get back on their feet.
That sounds great. And I look forward to that, especially in this trying times in COVID. And we're trying to almost get out of COVID, but hopefully soon we would be. So going to go to the next question, which is, Lisa, I'll start with you again. What encouragement or what words would you give someone that's sitting at home right now? They have a great business idea. They know another woman that's trying to get to a business and create a sustainable economy for herself. What kind of advice would you give them?
You have an idea, just write it and get with it. The biggest dream killer is procrastination. And we understand why people procrastinate. We want to be perfectionists. We want to get it right the first time. But that almost never is going to be the case. You have to take some risk, and you have to be willing to take that risk. It's not just about looking at the motivational quotes on Instagram or feeling empowered every single time you see something about boss babes. I follow these platforms, but not until you make that first step to actually write your proposal and pitch, do some cold calling. Yes, you will be rejected. But the more you do those things, the more people realize how determined you are. And maybe one day they will work with you. So my encouragement to anyone, whether you're a young woman or a young person or even somebody in their senior years who have been trying to figure out how to make that next step, just do it. You will fall, but you will rise. And of course, always seek the help of professionals. Every single one of us has a network of people that we know who might know something. And in St. Lucia is who everybody is a professional at anything. So get in touch with persons, connect on LinkedIn, attend networking sessions by the St. Lucia Chamber of Commerce. Attend any session that you see online. Just get to know people and be able to share your idea. So yes, Dinesh, my advice is to just start.
That sounds great. That's a great start to the advice, at least. So, Ms. Poyot, what would you say at someone that's listening at home? They want to start their own farm, maybe they want to start a new business. What advice would you give them? And talk to us about how they can get involved with the Academy of Women Entrepreneurs.
Okay. My advice to them, if they have an idea, now is the time for them to step up and take action. Take action to go with the idea for them to create the business. Even though because by all means, if you start a business, sometimes they'll have failure, but don't never let that stop you. If you fail 10 times, always come back stronger 20 times. The more you try, the better it is. So if you have an idea, you can try and go ahead. You can go ahead with your idea. Open your business, because right now, COVID, they don't have. It's very, very hard for you to get a job right now, and opening your own business will be a good idea for becoming your own entrepreneur. They have programs like the Women of the Academy for Women Entrepreneur. You can go on Facebook. You can search for it. Right now, the application is available for the 2022 Women of Entrepreneur program. They will be starting in January 2022. So they can go there, apply for the program. In the program, they will get all the tools they will be needing. They will get the business plan to go ahead to start the business. Don't give up. That's one thing. If you have an idea, don't never give up on it. Just go for it. Don't think twice. Don't think back. Just go ahead. By the moment the idea just click, just go for it. Yeah.
Thank you, Ms. Poyot. So before we go to you, Ms. Antali, I just want to let the people watching on Facebook and YouTube that you can start asking your questions in the chat, and we'll be able to answer your questions on Facebook and on YouTube. That's Ms. Antali, coming to the same question to you. What advice would you give a woman sitting at home right now? She wants to create a sustainable economy for herself and for her community. What advice would you give them?
Thank you, Dinesh. I understand that being at home and you have an idea, but then there's something that comes in when you don't have any money, and that's depression, stress, especially if you're a single mom or, you used to be the main breadwinner, but, things have happened. I want to say that it's not the end of the road. I also want to say that to that individual, you can do it. And do not be afraid to start. And you may not know where to start, but I also want you to know that with every problem, there's a solution. You can look around you, look around in your house, look to see if you make the best bakes and the best critics come from your children. They're the honest one. If they say, Mommy, your bake is good, see that outside. If you look outside and you see no big stand by the road and you see vehicles keep passing, it's an opportunity to put something by the road. You sell, you make money. But now you're thinking, okay, I have the idea and I do not know what to do next. You can join the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs. It has helped me. It has helped me greatly. Those who are watching, ladies, it's an Academy for Women. You can go on the website at www.academyfor. If you're listening, just write it down. WOMENENTREPRENEURSTLUCIA.com is the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs St. Lucia. You can sign up for the upcoming cohort, which starts in January and runs until April 2022. Remember, you have identified a problem. Now you don't know what to do. You don't know where to start. You just go and look for the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs. They help you. As Ms. Poyet says, they help you from you coming in and you don't even know what to do. You don't have the self-confidence. You don't know. You don't even know why you joined the program, to coming out to the end, graduating, having your certificate, having your business plan, to go to the bank and with confidence tell them, hey, I sell bakes and I need so much money so I can open my shop and so that I can give back to my community. And that's it. Thank you.
That sounds great.
I'm just so excited about that.
I love your passion about it. That's good. You have great passion about it. So as I said, if you are now watching on Facebook or are you watching on YouTube, you can leave a question in the comments and we will answer the question very soon. But before I go to the questions, because we have a few questions out here, Lisa, I'm going to come to you for one question. And I know you've been in this industry for about 15 years, you said, and you've been a woman entrepreneur. What have you seen in the communities in St. Lucia that has improved entrepreneurship over the 15 years that you've been in it? And what changes have you seen?
Well, Dinesh, there are some communities where you see the women themselves take the initiative. I can highlight just a few. I really don't want to leave anyone out. I've seen a lot of women, rural women, especially from the community of Babonneau, get more involved in farming and agro-processing. I've seen a lot of creative work come from the ladies from Dennery, whether it be in the makeup industry, in hair, in nails, or even in cake decorating. One of my favorite cake makers is from Dennery. But I have not really seen much work come from various community organizations. And yes, you would see the support is coming from a particular church organization, but we have seen the mothers and fathers groups pretty much disappear before our eyes. And I'm talking about even before COVID. We've seen a lot of the constituency groups become inactive, and you see them maybe at a certain point every couple of years. But I know that there are new measures that have been put in place, especially by the recent administration. We can see a lot of local government organizations being formed. They have plans to develop young people, women, entrepreneurs, and I'm really looking forward to seeing those activities. But even with that, whilst we are encouraging our women out there, Dinesh, to take an active role and represent and come out with their idea, it's really again about giving back and creating that ripple effect in the community. And if we are, educating our young people, educating our young girls, educating our young children on the work that we do, then, they acquire that skill set. And that is a cycle that hopefully cannot be broken. But as it stands, I would like to think that I am informed about a lot that is happening, but it's really just not as public. And a few social organizations like Michelle from Startup Huddle, just to name her, she has been doing a tremendous job with women across St. Lucia, but I don't know that her organization is community focused. Then there's Miss Keithlyn Carew, who has also been working with rural women in agriculture, doing a fantastic job. Big up, Keithlyn. I am so proud of you. Ambassador, she's just an amazing person to work with. And she's been working with different women from different communities. And what I know that their goal is to have those women now teach other young people or teach other women in their communities. So as it stands, we can see that there are general groups working at this, and hopefully that filters more and more into the community level.
That sounds amazing. Bruce has something we're working on as well for the communities, and of course we'll mention it next year. Once it launches. So for the southern communities, especially from Dennery all the way down to Labrie, we've noticed a lot of creative talent for women down there. So we're working on a project, but it's something I cannot talk about until we finalize everything, until next year. But just wanted to mention that. And I would like to also give out my thank you to Michelle, who's done so much with the Academy of Women Entrepreneurs. Of course, we have two representatives here. And I'm going to go to the questions. I think we have one question here. One of our viewers, I think it's going to apply for both Ms. Poyat. So I'll come to you first, and then Ms. Antoli. But what raw materials do you use in your products, and do these raw materials come from the community that you're in? Start with you, Ms. Poyat.
I didn't really get the question.
Sorry, what raw materials? So what materials do you use in your product, and do they come from the community that you're in?
Well, the raw materials we use in our product is we use I hasten that guano. Yeah. And yes, it do come from our community. As I stated at first, it's part of the Riviere, but the part it is right now is Balata Madam. That's how they call it. They call in the place. But we use guano. Yeah, that's what we really use.
Okay, great. Ms. Antoli, I know you have the spices and the pickles. Anything that comes from the community of Babano?
Everything, Dinesh. And why not Babano? Babano is the place to get all the raw materials. Mangoes, golden apples, gooseberries, five fingers. You can't go anyplace else. And I don't think I'll able to even use all the raw materials, though they are seasonal, because they are all there in that area. So that is our main the fruits, and I'm working on the vegetables, which will also come from in the community of Babano as well, from the farmers in that area.
Thank you for that answer, Ms. Antoli. I'm going to stay with you for the next question. Is the Women Academy of Women Entrepreneurs open to just St. Lucians, or is it open to everyone in the region?
Okay, it is open to just St. Lucians for St. Lucia. Every Diana has one, St. Kitts has one. And so you apply for St. Lucia. So if you're looking outside, perhaps you can contact Mr. Samuel you go to the website, you contact her, and she can also advise you. If you're not in the region, she can direct you as to which other. Oh, I believe Barbados also has one, so she can direct you also where you can go and sign up.
Next question coming from St. Martin. So hopefully the person in St. Martin could get the answer to where they can go. And if you have any further questions, we're both on the Facebook platform and the YouTube platform. Please feel free to leave some questions for these ladies here. I don't mind reading some of the comments that I've been getting, and it's quite a bit. So just bear with me here. A lot of people are saying very interesting. Well said. You don't have to be a perfectionist, and that's always well said. Sorry, I'm just looking at the other comments here. A lot of them commend you, ladies, and say bravo for what you're doing. Excellent job. Good job, ladies. So you have a lot of support out there. A lot of fans, I would say, out there. So wonderful that you all contribute to put into some money into the pockets of the community members. Someone just mentioned that on Facebook. So we really like to thank you, ladies, for not only giving your time today to encourage more women to get into entrepreneurship, but also give back to the communities, because we really believe that the communities are the heart of entrepreneurship in St. Lucia. And once we start building that together, we can create great ecosystems for our entrepreneurship landscape here in our country. So I would like to thank you, all of you ladies, for your time. I'm just going to see if anyone has any further questions. Any comments that you have, and I'll start with you, Lisa. Any closing comments that you have for the women out there listening?
Well, Dinesh, thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed engaging with our ladies. I know they are in the product industry, and we at Edge Marketing, we offer services. But I really want to make an appeal to your organization to make this program, if it can be supported, more regular, where we can include more women. It's an amazing opportunity to be able to have this discussion and share with our people who are watching at home, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're online, you're in the diaspora, you're right here in St. Lucia. But I would love to see other young women come out and tell their story. I do believe that, some of those stories are really empowering, and somebody, is just listening at home and might be motivated to make that next step. So again, thank you for having me, and I really look forward to more discussions like these.
That sounds great. Ms. Boyd, any closing comments from you?
Well, all I have to say is that I will really, really want the young people to step forward with the idea, so they can start off their business and help people in the community. even though they start their business, and if they can hire or employ some people that's unemployed in the community, come on, just start the business, do something for the community. Because I always say, we as a community, we have one family. Doesn't matter if we're not same mother, same father, but in the eyes of God, we are brothers and sisters. So that's why I always believe in giving. The more you give, the more you get. And just think about the people in your community as your family, because they are. Yeah, that's what I have to say. And just get up. As I say, take action, because action will not take for you. You have to take the action. Go forward with your idea. As it click in your mind, just go for it. That's what I have to tell everybody that's watching. Thank you.
Thank you. And last but not least, Ms. Siobhan Anthony, your inspiring words for the ladies out there.
Thank you very much, Dinesh, and thank you, the Academy for Women, for this opportunity. What more inspiring than you getting up and just follow your dream. Follow your dream. And no dream is a stupid dream. No dream is a stupid dream. You identify the problem, you have a solution, you just go straight ahead with it. And if you don't know how, there are many organizations out there that is willing to help. As Ms. Poet say, you just take the step forward. You just do it. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you all for your very insightful answers and participating in the Women Empowered for Business panel discussion. Wish you all the very best in your businesses and hope you continue to contribute and inspire other women in your community. The Women Empowered for Business series happens every other month. So our next series will be in February, and we'll be joining you then also on NTN. But thank you for listening in and hope you are inspired to create your own entrepreneurial journey. Be sure to visit our website, of course, at www.boostsaintlucia.com. That's again, Boost, BOOSTSAINTLUCIA.com. Our social media pages at Boost St. Lucia, that's spelled differently. That's BOOSTSTLUCIA. That's on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. We'll have more information of when our discussion panels happen, the different e-futures I mentioned earlier, where there's tools to help people to use Instagram, Facebook, and other projects that we're working on at Boost. There you'll find more information as well to join the Boost platform, which houses about 500 entrepreneurs right now. And you can collaborate, share ideas, join the forums, read articles, and there's a lot to do on there. We hope to catch you for our next discussion. Of course, our next Boost X discussion will be in the next year. So there's no Boost X discussion scheduled for December, but we will be back in January, where we'll have a few of our partners again discussing what their role is in the entrepreneurship landscape. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in on Facebook as well as on YouTube onto the NTN platforms. And we hope that you have a very good Christmas and holiday season coming up. Thank you. My name was Dinesh Taswani, Program Coordinator for Boost. And with a thank again, once again, I keep saying thank the women who have been on this panel. They have been so brave to come on here to tell their stories, and hope the very best for them. Thank you. Have a great day.